The skies of Los Santos just got way more dangerous because Rockstar just dropped the tiny 250D, better known as the AC-130, in GTA 5 Online. If you ever wanted to rain down destruction from above with insane firepower, this is your plane. Let's break down everything you know, including how much it costs, how to unlock it, how durable it is, how you can modify it, and how to use its powerful weapons. And without further ado, let's get straight into it. First up, what is the Titan 250D? The Titan 250D, also known as the AC-130, is a huge weaponized version of the original Titan cargo plane in GTA 5 Online. But this isn't just any transport plane. It's fully loaded with high-powered cannons and autocannons, making it the best aerial support vehicle in the game right now. It's a flying fortress basically, designed for heavy airstrikes and ground suppression, just like the real-life AC-130 gunship. For this next segment, I'm going to talk about how much does it cost and how to unlock the trade price. The full price of the AC-130 will be 4.8 mil, and you buy it from Warstock. And when you're on Warstock, just scroll down a little bit and it'll be directly under the terabyte. And the trade price is 3.6 mil, and to unlock the trade price, you have to complete the Titan job mission, which is part of Oscar Guzman Flies Again, the new DLC that just came out. It requires you to buy the Mackenzie Airfield. After that, you go ahead and walk up to it. After that, you go to the computer and then you complete up and running. After up and running, there is 5 setups you have to do, or 5 missions you have to do. The first one is Mogul, second one is Intel, then Iron Mule, then Ammunition, and then the last one will be the Titan job. And yes, if you guys were wondering, that is the exact same name as the original mission, where you have to take the Titan and deliver it to Sandy Shores after you steal the original Titan plane from Merryweather. And then once you complete those setups and the final mission, you will be able to unlock the trade price for 3.6 mil, saving you over $1 million. And it's funny, the Titan 250D, or the AC-130, is basically the Titan, but Mark II. This is the Mark II version of the regular Titan. For this next segment, I'm going to talk about how strong the AC-130 is. And before I tell you guys, the AC-130 in this game is probably one of the most toughest vehicles in the game right now, aircrafts in the game right now. It's obviously built to survive multiple missile hits and a lot of gunfire. So first, I ran a test using sticky bombs, and it takes 12 sticky bombs to destroy. And yes, these are all tested in-game too. Next, I tested RPG missiles. RPG missiles take 11 to be fully destroyed. After that, I took a test on homing missile launchers. It took 12 of them to fully destroy. That's also assuming every single shot lands on the AC-130, because remember, the AC-130 is an airplane, so if it hits the maneuvers, you might not hit it, but if you do hit your shot with the homing missile launcher as it's locking onto it, then yes, it will take 12 of them to fully destroy. So the homing missile launcher probably won't be your best bet, because you only get 10 stock for homing missile launchers, so you have to buy ammo again to keep shooting at it. So yeah, just that right there, it takes 12 sticky bombs, 11 RPG, and 12 homing missile launchers to be destroyed. So yeah, it takes multiple explosions to be destroyed. And so this is much more durable than the standard aircraft right now in this game. I think this is just as strong as the Avenger. I'm not sure. I have to test that. For this next segment, I'm going to talk about how to call in the AC-130 and everything you should know about calling it in as a Pegasus vehicle or personal vehicle, whichever one it is. So one important thing to know is that the AC-130 is not a Pegasus vehicle. It can only be called in as a personal aircraft. Now you're probably asking, why does it matter? What's the difference between personal and Pegasus? Well, I'm going to tell you why it matters right now. So why does it matter? Jets like the Hydra and Laser can be called in as both a Pegasus and personal vehicle. This means you can have 2 out at the same time, one Pegasus and one personal. So one for your friend and one for you. So double the firepower, right? But the AC-130 does not work like that. So here's the downside of being a personal aircraft only. You cannot have your AC-130 and a personal vehicle out at the same time. Okay, so you cannot have a Pegasus version and a personal version out at the same time. And next, if you have the AC-130 active, you have to return it back to storage before calling in a car or something else that's a personal vehicle. And lastly, unlike the Hydra or Laser, you cannot call in two AC-130s for you and your friend to use at the same time. And yes, to clarify, if you want to use your AC-130 in a lobby, you have to call it in. It'll spawn in as a personal vehicle. That means you have to go grab a street vehicle and then go drive to it, and then you have to go use it like that. Okay, so yeah, it is kind of a hassle, but that's the way it is. And then last part of the segment, how do you spawn in your AC-130 in a GTA server? Well, there's two ways. You can first go to your hangar and then go inside and then enter the AC-130 manually, or through that interaction menu. So open the interaction menu by holding M on keyboard, or by holding the back button on controller. Go down to vehicles and then go to request personal aircraft and scroll through it till you see Titan 250D. That's the name of it. And then your AC-130 will spawn at the nearest airstrip, and then you go and drive to it. For this next segment, I'm gonna talk about how to pull out your AC-130 to have it on the hangar floor so you can go and customize it. Okay, so let's say you bought it and it's not here, right? It's not here, right? Because when you buy it, your hangar is going to be filled with other vehicles, right? So mine obviously has other vehicles. So then you go here, okay? You come here, and this is where aircraft management menu is. So you go here, you click right on the D-pad or E on the keyboard to access it, okay? Click that. Then it shows three options on the top left. Okay, it'll show floor, storage, Vinewood Club storage. If you're a GTA Plus member, this will also show up here, but when you first buy it, it will not show up on floor. Okay, it will show up anywhere else besides the floor, because there'll be aircraft here already, right? So then what you do is you go to storage, and then it will be here at the very bottom. So you just click up and it will be there, but for me it's not, because mine's already out. Okay, but this is in case if you had stuff already out there on your hangar floor. The Titan 250D, the AC-130 would not fit here because it's so big. And I don't know if you guys know or not, but the AC-130 is a large space. Okay, so you see all these vehicles right here in my hangar, they all say medium, small, right? So I think this is the second vehicle, or yeah, these are the second and third vehicles that have been released into GTA Online that are large. I think the Avenger was the first one. So this is another large one that we have, the AC-130 and the new Cargo Bob. Okay, but this is where they'll spawn in your storage. You pull them out right here. Okay, so let me show you how to make space for them. So to make space, let's say there's already stuff on your floor. You click on floor right here, grab whatever you want to make space with, and put back in your storage. So let's say I want this back in my storage, the mule, the new Cargo Bob, right? Click on that. Then you go here, you go to storage, because you want to put it back into storage. You don't want to switch it with the Titan 250D with the AC-130, right? Go click on storage. It'll go into your storage. It'll ask you, are you sure? Click yes again. There you go. Now it's gone. See that? And then to pull it back out, just in case, if you wanted to, storage like that, go to the very bottom. Well, actually, no, it was, where is it? Oh, right here. So it's a little bit more. So it's not the very bottom, it is right here. Get that. And then you find the spot right here. So this hangar specifically only has two large spots. I think all of them do, but this right here only has two large spots. So then you put it, it says, are you sure you want to move this aircraft? Put it on the ground floor. That's how you do it. Okay. And you're probably wondering, what's the point of this? This is how you customize the vehicles, guys. When you guys first buy them, they're not going to be green. They're going to be black or white or whatever color they are, stock. Okay, also, no armor, no countermeasures, nothing. Okay, so you need to pull them out, put them on the storage, or put them on the floor instead of storage. And this is where you modify them. Okay, after you modify them, then you can go to floor. Okay, and go to floor right here and put them back into storage. You can put them back into storage and then pull out whatever you want to pull out. Okay, you can go back into storage, and let's say I want to use my B11, right, a lot more because I just like that one, right? Pull that one out, and then now when you spawn in your hangar, you can go straight to your B11, exit with that instead of exiting with the Cargo Bob. The main purpose of putting it onto your floor for your hangar, guys, is only to modify it. Put armor on, countermeasures if you can, respray it. That's really it. Once you respray it, put armor on, you can put it back into storage. It does not matter, okay, after that point, okay? That's the only benefit of putting it onto your floor. Modify it and then put it back into storage. That's all that matters pretty much. And so me personally, I'm actually going to put more stuff into the floor right now because I just like more stuff there, more options for me. You know, these are my 2 best planes right here, B11, Raiju. 3 best now, but yeah, that's the point of it. Okay, for this next segment, I'm going to show you guys how to customize the AC-130. Okay, so once you store the AC-130 in your hangar and you have it on the ground floor, okay, you can customize it in the hangar using the aircraft workshop. Okay, so let's go ahead and customize this. And now once you're in your AC-130, go ahead and click E on your keyboard or right in the D-pad to modify it, and then these options will pop up. And then the first one we have is armor. And to let you guys know, armor does not slow down the AC-130. It does just make it stronger against missiles and bullets. So definitely max out armor. Okay, mine's already maxed out, but this is just for you guys. And then next up we have is countermeasures. This one right here we have a lot of options for. The first one is chafe. This one right here, it temporarily stops you from being locked onto. Okay, this one's actually really good. Only bad thing is that you get a capacity of 10. Okay, the way it works is when you pop it, you press, I'm pretty sure it's E on your keyboard, or Q to pop it when you're driving with keyboard, or with right in the D-pad for controller, and it sends out sparks behind the AC-130. And when it does, temporarily, you cannot get locked onto. This is actually really good against Mark II oppressors. So I would get this if you do a lot of PvP. I prefer flare, okay, because it's similar to the chafe, but the flares, it just redirects the incoming missiles. So it's similar in terms of how well it does against the missiles. You don't get a shot by the missiles with the flares. Benefit of the flares is that you get a capacity of 20. So you get 10 more than chafe. Chafe you get 10, and then flares you get 20 flares. So that's something good. You get more of them, so you can just use a lot more. Next up we have our smokes. These are only good if your plane that you're driving is really fast. Okay, if you guys read it, it says deploy smoke to create a smoke trail and disorientate pursuing aircraft. So if an aircraft is right behind you, following you, you deploy the smoke and it makes the person chasing you blinded. But the AC-130 is really slow, so you're not going to use it for that. I would use the chafe or the flare. Okay, so those are what those do. I'll just waste my money right now to show you guys what they do. None cost 700, so flare costs 110k, and then chafe costs 70k. Okay, so that's a price difference. All these cost the same, but I prefer flare. Okay, and then next up is engine. Engine just increases your speed and acceleration. You definitely need this. No expansion needed for this one. Next up is handling. This makes it easier for maneuverability. Okay, making it easier to dodge obstacles and to reposition quicker too. You definitely need this one too. And then next up is liveries. These ones are pretty cool. They're not overly exciting. This one's pretty cool, but let me show you all of them. There's none, which is just your standard color, right? And then we have Skyhawk, which this one right here, it's all right. Then we have the Griffin fighter, which is just some stripes behind it with 3x right here. White spinners, what are these called? Propellers, right? And then we have these patterns. It's kind of mid, honestly. Falcon 1, pretty cool. I like this one too. Air Force, that one's all right. It's not the best, but this is where it gets interesting. Shark tooth. Imagine this in the sky. Yeah, I'll be intimidated. Next after that is junk air. This one's pretty cool, except it's a little bit too bright, honestly. Pretty cool though. This one right here, same thing. It would be better if the primary color was maybe like, I don't know, also blue, black, maybe white. Even white will look pretty clean. This is my favorite, naval camo. Yep, hands down my favorite. This one just looks so sick. It makes me want to drive this. You know what I'm saying? It makes you want to drive this. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, that's that. Next up is respray. You get to respray your primary color, so you can pick. Yeah, so it changes all of it. So I think a good one to do, even red. Red looks pretty cool. But yeah, primary color. That's that. You get a lot of options too. Next is sell. How much does it sell for? It will sell for 1.5 mil. Okay, but that is it for the customizing your AC-130 segment. Now on to the next one. And now for this next segment, we're going to talk about the weapons and combat power for the AC-130. Okay, and let me tell you guys, this is actually going to be crazy. Like, I literally cannot even believe this. So first of all, this is best with 2 players, by the way. Okay, it's not going to be best with 1. With 1, it's kind of mid, because if you're in the plane and you want to fly in the sky, right? So now it says top left, hold around the D-pad to use 40mm cannon. You use that, right? I hold around the D-pad. Now this pops up. By the way, to switch to this camera, what I just did, it's around the D-pad for controller, but it's hold E on keyboard. E as an elephant, okay? Now look at this. This is for the driver. Okay, watch this. You can shoot with this, but it's limited range. See that? It's limited range. Okay, so it's explosive shot, but it's limited range. Okay, that's the thing, and it's infinite ammo too. And then watch this. Okay, so the 40mm cannon works on the ground also, but also works in the sky. So check this out. So if I hold right in the D-pad or E on keyboard, right, you can switch to the cannon, but also maintain your altitude. So it's gonna go into autopilot. Check this out, watch. See, I'm in autopilot, and then look. There's also limited range too. I almost didn't reach that one, and I did there. And so it's not that far, but it also is kind of close. If someone with the RPG or rail cannon shoots you, they'll get a couple shots on you, you know? And so if you switch now, right? Look at that, see? So it's pretty sick, I'm not gonna lie, but it's 5 shots and you have to reload. So you have to make sure you hit those 5 shots before you reload, okay? So yeah, that is the downside, that it is limited range, but you get to use it at any time and maintain your altitude. You get to go into autopilot. And yeah, so you just pop shots at them like that. There you go. See, I just killed like 4 of them right there. And, you know, I missed 1 shot. So that's a pretty good ratio, you know. And then another thing is that I didn't expect this, I'll be honest. There's a gun camera. So the pilot can see what the passenger is, or your friend is seeing. So let's say if you have a friend in this, you know, with you, and they're controlling other cannons, you can hold X and you can see what they're seeing. Look at this. Everything. See that? You can see what they're seeing. It does go into autopilot too for you. So you can go to autopilot for a little bit and then it will just go with you, right? Actually, I don't think it does. Hold up. No, it doesn't. Okay. So there's no autopilot, and when you're seeing the camera, it's just like you're just looking through it as if you're just driving and looking at your phone like that. So there's no autopilot. It's just you're basically texting and driving. So don't do this. Do not do this. Okay, it's not safe at all. I'm just joking. But yeah, that's actually pretty sick, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I love this, honestly, because you can just help your friend out, be like, all right, shoot him now, and then, you know, just coordinate your attacks like that. Pretty sick. Because those other 2 guns right there, I didn't talk about those 2 guns. So there's only 1 gun that I talked about, which is this gun right here, right? This gun right here. But the other 2, they absolutely rip. Let me show you guys right now. Hold up. Okay, now that I showed you guys the pilot's guns, what the pilot can use, because the pilot can only use the 40mm one, but your guys' friend, whoever's in the plane with you guys, can use these guns. And so, by the way, in order to get to the back of the ship, what you do is you hold F on keyboard, or you hold Y on controller. Okay, you hold Y and does this, and then once you get in, it will automatically tell you right away, like within 3 seconds, that you can use different guns. So look at the top left, it says Titan 250D, 150 or 105mm cannon, enter gun, right? Or switch weapon, LBRB for controller, right? Now we're on 25mm cannon. We were just on 40mm. So your friend can use every single cannon. If you want to just drive and look at the cameras, you can. The pilot can just drive and look at the cameras, while your friend can just use all the cannons, which is gonna be kind of hard. But if he can multitask, he can do it. You know, it's kind of intense, but he can do it. Now check this out. So we just did the 40mm one. Now let's check out the 25mm. Then we'll go to the 105. Because obviously 105 is going to be the better one. It's a bigger number, right? So let's check out 25. So now it says enter gun camera. Now we're in it. And now check this out, guys. It's actually pretty insane of how fast it shoots. Look at this. Look at this. It's a machine gun 25mm cannon, and it explodes things so quickly because not only is it a machine gun, but it's explosive. Look at this. It's explosive. Look at that. explosive, and it sounds insane. Honestly, of how it shoots, it sounds like a machine gun, you know, like a bigger machine gun or a bigger minigun than what you have when you're, you know, in free mode. Look at this, insanely fast. You just spray. It's insane. Now that's this one, right? And you can reload midway too, but look at the bad part about this. Your friend has a slow turning. This is kind of slow, I'm not gonna lie, it's not that fast. And for keyboard, whichever keyboard, yeah, it's faster on keyboard. So controller is at a disadvantage. I guess you can turn your sensitivity up, but that's it. So that's this one. You can reload midway too. Watch this. You can reload midway, and reloading takes about 5 seconds for each gun, by the way. Okay, or for each cannon. For each cannon, it takes 5 seconds to reload, and then you can also zoom in too. Okay, so you can zoom in, and I can shoot right there. Look at that, see? And now we're on, let me check 40 millimeter, see if it increases the range on this. No. So you don't increase your range when you zoom in, by the way. It's just zooming in, that's all it is. So there's no point of zooming in with this cannon. 40 millimeter, you just shoot it and you can still not get any range, which kind of sucks. But this cannon right here, I cannot shoot it sadly, but this cannon is the beast, literally. Guys, per shot, it shoots a tank. It shoots like a tank, literally, like a tank shot. Okay, per shot, it does the same amount of damage as a tank does. Okay, that's the thing. I don't know if it's stronger than the Conjali shot. I don't know if there's a difference, but this one right here, this is the big railgun looking one. Okay, let me show you guys. This one right here is that big, lengthy one right here. This one right here. Right, that's that one. This one right here was the 40 millimeter one. Okay, that's that one. This one right here is the big boy. This one, I cannot use it unless I'm in the sky. That's the thing. And I'm the only one on right now, so my friends are on. So but I do have some B-roll I can show you guys of a friend using it, and yeah, I can hopefully show you guys in there. But yeah, this one right here, where is it? This one right here is explosive 25 millimeter one. Okay, this is a minigun that shoots really fast. This one right here is the 40 millimeter one. This one is the 105. Okay, so I mean, yeah, I guess it goes 25, 40, 105. So pretty self-explanatory. They get bigger and bigger, right? But yeah, so that's that. So yeah, it's literally the full package with 2 people. Okay, and then also this cannon right here, I don't know if I said it or not, but this cannon, you do get serious range with it. You get a lot of range, and it's a tank shot too, so it's insane. So in terms of combat, guys, the solo, if you want to solo pilot this, it's only best for NPC combat, small fights. Do not try to PvP with this solo. Okay, you're gonna get, no, don't even try that. 2-player crew, yes. Definitely. Okay, it's extremely powerful. The 2 cannons with the minigun and the tank shot, yeah, you're gonna definitely light them up. Okay, and then also flares too, that'll help out a ton. Okay, which I will talk about in this next segment right here, but that's the summary. Solo pilot, do not PvP. Okay, 2-player crew, yeah, definitely PvP. You're gonna love it. Okay, it'll be the best. And yeah, now for this next segment, I'm gonna talk about countermeasures, how to defend yourself against missiles. Okay, so the AC-130 is really big and slow, obviously, but it is slightly faster than the original Titan that was released first. So countermeasures, you'll kind of need them, okay, for survival. And so first up is chafe. Okay, chafe is what disables missile lock-on temporarily. Okay, and we have 10 uses for them. So here's how they work. You're driving and you're getting chased by some enemies behind you. You click right in the D-pad to activate them. Okay, and I'm pretty sure it's Q on the keyboard for countermeasures, but here's how you do it. Click them like that, and then now it says right there, top left, countermeasures temporarily block missile lock-on until it disperses. There's a short delay before it can be fired again. So I can't use it again. Okay, there you go. I can use it again. It's like every 5 seconds, I guess. You can't spam it. So I'm trying to use it again. It's not letting me. You must wait for the current chafe countermeasures to disperse before you can deploy another. So I guess it's every 10 seconds. I just counted in my head. I'm trying to use it again, and I guess it's every maybe 7 seconds, not 10, but yeah. So that's what Chafe does. It disables missile lock-on temporarily. All right. Also, another thing is that to make full use of Chafe, what you guys can do is this. This also goes with flare. You guys can do this. Okay, so let's say you guys are coming up on some players. They're right here, right, or somewhere, you know, I don't know. And then maybe they're coming up. You guys first light them up like this, right, like this. Immediately come back and then activate the Chafe like that, and then it disables lock-on, so you guys can keep coming back around like this. You know, spin back around. Obviously, you would do a lot quicker than that, but I'm just showing you as an example. That's how you guys do it. Okay, so immediately activate Chafe right after you guys start shooting, right? So like this, it's reloading. But then after you guys get done shooting, activate Chafe like that again, and then nothing can lock onto you. And you guys keep doing that. The Chafe is going to be the best option for AC-130, the AC-130, because the AC-130, you want to kind of camp a spot like this, and you want to kind of light them up. You know what I'm saying? You got to keep going around and around and around and around. If you have a friend with you, they can help you. And so then you activate Chafe again, they can help you light them up. You know, so it'd be really fun and easy and overpowered with a friend. With solo, it's not going to be, if you're by yourself, you're not going to do anything by yourself. You're just going to shoot these single shots and that's it. Which is, you have to get really close for them. My shots didn't even hit, so that's the thing. And then you're kind of just wasting your Chafe too, you know? That's the thing too. Next up is flares. To use these, you have to click around the D-pad or click Q on keyboard. Okay, so here's how it works. You're getting chased by some players, right? Click around the D-pad and it does that. And then it redirects the missiles. That one's pretty self-explanatory. I think everybody knows that one. And so here's how you use it to the full capacity. Okay, so you and your friend are on a AC-130, and what you guys do is this: you light them up first, right? Like always, right? And then that, like that, right? And then right away, click that. There you go. See, that's how you guys already know. That's how you guys do it. Pretty self-explanatory, just like Chafe. Next up is smoke. This one right here disorients enemies, players who are right behind you. Okay, so here's how it works. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I don't know how it works because this is my first time using it. So what you guys do is you guys click around the D-pad and it's gonna release, oh, like that. I did not know how it works. Okay, cool. So this is meant for really fast planes. This obviously looks really like this kind of looks kind of funny, I'm not gonna lie, but that's how it looks, right? Let's say if someone's right behind you and they are just trailing you, right? They are gonna be able to, you know, become disoriented, because if you look right in the, well, I can't see on my camera, but that's how it works, right? And then you deactivate it. So what happens is this: you click right on the D-pad or Q, you press it once, and it just goes by itself. You don't need to hold it. You don't hold Q, you don't hold right on the D-pad. You just keep driving, and you just do maneuvers with the faster plane, not the AC-130. And I'm trying to act like I'm like a stunt plane with this, but I'm not. And that's how you guys do it with the faster plane, not the AC-130. Okay, but that's how you guys do it. So yeah, smoke is not going to be worth it. I'm just showing you guys just for this video. Okay, now for the final test. If it explodes, I hate this. I hate this aircraft. Oh, it did. Dang it. But that is it for this video, guys. And my final thoughts: is the AC-130 worth it? Honestly, it is definitely a game changer, but is it worth the price? It's 4.8 mil. It's definitely not worth the price, I'll be honest, just because it's gonna be best with 2 players. I feel like it could have been like 3 mil, honestly, but I feel like, or maybe even 4 mil would have been best. But yeah, honestly, it is definitely a game changer, but it is not worth the price. It could have been cheaper, but overall the price is bad. But overall, in terms of like firepower, how durable it is, and for team battles and, you know, air dominance, yeah, definitely it is worth it. You just need people to play with. My friends don't play GTA like how they used to, so it's not really worth it for me. But if you have people to play with, definitely buy it. It's still worth it for soloing. It's just a little bit harder, you know what I'm saying? But I guess you can use Chafe for soloing. It's, you know, just, you know, and flares too. It just depends on what kind of player you are. But what do you guys think? I think it's overpriced, but worth it and not overpriced if you have people to play with. But yeah, what do you guys think? Would you buy the AC-130 or is it too overpriced? Let me know in the comments. But that's all for this video, guys, and like always, drop a like and subscribe for more.